what we call the Avadhut. Avadhut was asked how the Avadhut lives in the world, a realized soul lives in the world, his mode of life, that was described. Prahlada was listening it from the mouth of the great sage, the Dattatreya. So he said that you have read that they lead a life of withdrawing from the world. And they saw the experience of the life. It is all full of pain and suffering and so much of anxieties, worries in the life. They live anxiety-free life of freedom, not engaged in anything. So we read before, they live like a life like that of a bee or python. May not come this way. Python, how he lives Python? Python does not make an attempt for his eating. Python stays there. Whatever comes, eats. When does not come, does not eat. That's all. He does not make any effort for survival or struggle or anything. That means he lives just to live the life as is possible, as much as possible. Only for exhausting the craft karma, which is called the prarabdha karma. Exhausting the prarabdha karma. So he understood that's where what he does, he says that he thinks of what avail will be the wealth and objects of enjoyment gained by great effort. Avadhuta things like that. Why to exhaust my energy, earning money and something in the world and exhausting my life and energy? And what it brings ultimately, money, wealth, prosperity, whatever it brings ultimately some types of anxieties, worries, and sufferings and pain. And we are tormented by these three types of suffering, which is caused by my own body, mind, and by external human agencies or by natural calamities. So he said, Avadhut said, I find how wealthy people who are miserly and slaves of the senses are ever subject to suffering out of fear. Those who are miserly people and earn good money and just always think how to protect the money and who is taking away the money. So he said that I find how wealthy people, he says, I have observed in the world. It is my observation that how wealthy people who are miserly, not all wealthy people, those who are generous, they are kind, they are benevolent, not for them, but for those people who only think this, I have to hoard the money. So for that type of people are subject to suffering. Out of fear, they get no sleep. And suspicion of others becoming second nature with you, and suspicion always. Oh, this person will he steal? Will he cheat me? All this. Men who want to preserve their life and their wealth are both subject to fear for a variety of sources. People get frightened to preserve anything, to take away. Who will take away? The ruling power. The robbers can, animals, suppliants, in time, and even from one's own self. So a wise person should therefore abandon love of sense enjoyments and the desire for wealth, both of which are productive of the grief, infatuation, fear, anger, attachment, helplessness, and exhaustion. Observing the life, this is a holy man has observed the life. What ultimately it brings all these those who are only thinking of the world, only thinking of the money and all the material thing, day and night. What is the conclusion? How they feel? They feel that they it's productive. It's productive. What is the productive gift? Grief and infatuation, fear to lose, anger, attachment to the things of the world, and helplessness ultimately. Ah, I cannot do anything. And you get exhausted. I have put my all effort, but still I cannot hold on to things in right manner. In this world, therefore, Abudut says, I have two teachers. One teacher is the honeybee, and another is the python. Good idea. Honeybee and python. Honeybee, what he does, we know the bee accumulates the honey. How much trouble, if you have seen how much they work day and night. And what happens? They don't eat for themselves. They preserve. They preserve and preserve. The beehive. And what happens? We human being, we go and brutally squeeze that collected honey for our purpose and kill the bees in the way they come. No? So this is the honeybee. That means collecting for future for no purpose. Why are you collecting? What purpose? If the purpose is not known, if the collection is for the good of others, if the collection is for the peace of others, then dedication to this help others, that's the meaning. But only collecting and no purpose, not knowing that there is this risk of being squeezed and killed ultimately. And Python. It is from them I learned the lessons of renunciation and contentment. See, two teaching I have got, Abudut said. One is the renunciation, that is detachment. Live in the world, enjoy everything, detach. All suffering comes from attachment. No one is connected with anything but God. We are all connected in consciousness, God behind us. And all this name and form where it comes and goes and comes and goes. I have no connection with it. So we forget God and we are attaching to the name and form. And as we are getting attached to the name and form, naturally all the consequences of loss, gain, joy, love, failure, success, all this botheration comes in life. Therefore, I learn from honeybee, that live in the life but detached. Because attachment will bring suffering. Renounce. As honeybee does it unselfishly, so you also live in the world, do your duties, whatever done, but detach. No connection with anyone but God. God is the substratum. God manifests in the form of all the human personalities, all the world as it were. So if I have to relationship, only God, but not only form and name and form, which form. So this is the one lesson. And another lesson, be contented like a python. Python gets contented whatever he gets, whether good food comes or do not come. He will have to wait. If the food comes, he does not go to get anything himself. The honey bee taught me renunciation. Just as the honey gathered by the bee through hard labor is taken away by others who do not hesitate even to kill the bee. So the hard earned wealth of a rich person is robbed by others, even killing the person if needed. And when the people come, eh, for, for you want to protect yourself, they will try to come with a gun and kill you and take the property. Nowadays, days have changed. Nowadays, people don't come to have home robbery, but they go to bank robbery. But in earlier days, people used to keep their money and all in the home. And then, so robbery was very common. So that is the point. You earn your money, we hard earned money, and you didn't take rather mm, ঠিক আছে, uh, rob the money. You don't eat. You didn't take any time. People are working day and night, day and night. Yeah, money is needed because our purpose of life we have to sustain. But when it goes to that extent of a passionate endeavor all the time to collect money and you have no time for yourself. People are working hours and hours and hours, getting good salary, getting good thing. But they say, I have no time. No time to sleep, no time to think, no time to have some fun, joy, in entertainment, what they call a spiritual life, practice time. But they're pushed into this. And ultimately, this will be taken away by taxation. And people earn money will be, government taxation will come one way, thieves will steal. eh? Your relatives, they're all watching how much money you have and how they can squeeze that money intelligently. And I love you, love you, love you. They don't love you wholly life. And when you're in old age, probably dying, you have some property and money, then those who never came to take care of you, they will come. And last few months or 1 month or 6 months, when he says the doctor is saying he's going to die, all will flock around and get some ultimate will that I will get this much money. So you see the reality of life. So, but we have exhausted our energy in this way. He learns, I have to, it is not good. You need money, have money, but not to that extent when you forget God, when you forget your purpose of life, when you forget that where is the peace to attain, day and night working like a mad person and not thinking of finding any moment for your own introspection. Like the python, I make no effort for food. He's saying, I'm a monk. Abudut means they, like a Brahmagyanis, they live after attainment of the knowledge. So he said, I don't make much effort. And the wandering monks, look at the India, the million people, maybe the wandering monks. They don't earn a penny. India is poor country, but see, 1 millions maybe they just live in the life and they don't earn money, they don't have. Where they get the food? All householder people feed them the food. So they have no position. They get some food, okay, enjoy. If it does not get, okay, that's also okay. If you get a good home to stay somewhere, some people say, sir, please come. You are happy. You are okay. If you don't get, lie down in the grass and sky is thy roof. Be happy. So this is the Python idea. So he says, I make no effort for food, but I'm satisfied with what chances brings. If nothing comes for many days, I lie all the time like the python without food, but with my strength undiminished. Because I live in the consciousness of God. So I don't make effort in the material way to get it, but I am already filled inside. So this is I have taken two lessons, one from the bee, the renunciation, detachment, and Python. Right? So that you don't, whatever comes, Jahi vidhi rakhe Ram, tahi vidhi rahiye. Whatever the God keeps you in whatever condition, be happy with that. So I have learned Avadut said. 37 verse now. It is all the past I read. Now I eat whatever I get. Sometimes a small quantity, sometimes a large, sometimes well cooked, and sometimes ill cooked, sometimes with condiments, and sometimes without them. So I don't make any judgment for food, whatever comes. God has brought it, okay, that's all. I'm happy with that. Whether it is delicious, not delicious, whether it is cooked, non-cooked, then that is the freedom of a Brahmajnani. They don't slave themselves for the tongue. The whole world, most of the people we live, we are called tongue and sex. For that purpose, but normally people live with that. But he does not, he's not a slave of the tongue. Okay, there's the greatest slavery is tongue. I don't like this food. Hey, this does not happen. Yeah, that's okay. We may like, dislike, but whatever comes, get happily, joyfully, eat. Unless your body does not take it, reacts. No, that's a Brahmajnani's idea, not general idea. General idea is a different idea. You will have to work. But he's talking about a avadhut, a holy man, how a holy man lives in the world. So he says, good food, bad food. Sometimes I eat food that is given with reverence. Sometimes people give with love and respect and adoration. No? And sometimes food given without it. Meaning, when we, in India, we go, when we get this gerwa, monk's dress, we go for begging. At 3 days, we have to go for begging and eat. Beg food only, no other food. So it happens that you go somewhere and they give you something, maybe one piece of bread or something, whatever, little something. You say, God bless you. Anyone does not. Some say, hey, you young man, are you begging? Are you going to steal home? That's why daytime you are in the Gerua car, coming to the door and knocking at the door. Huh? Go and get some job. Got to earn your food. Then if they give nothing but scolding, you say, Mother, God bless you. Thank you. So this will be what a freedom. You give whatever, I say, God bless you, God bless you. And whatever you get it, get. And no judgment on that. That's the freedom. Look at the side of this other side. Whatever we may feel that our choice of food, that's okay. But here is the freedom. Whatever comes, you can take it boldly and smile and joyful. Inner peace is the question. So sometimes I eat food that is given with respect and reverence. Sometimes food given without it. Sometimes I take food only at night time. Maybe I didn't get any food whole day. Night time someone gave me one morsel of food. Sometimes only during daytime. Only I got one meal maybe in the daytime or breakfast in the daytime. And sometimes at night too, at a as chance would bring it. The holy man does not expect anything in the world. Whatever comes, I see. Everything is good. Get one time is good. Sometimes not morning, in the night, okay, that's good. You get more lunch, that's good. No supper. No lunch, no supper, breakfast, okay. And not anything, that's also okay. Just see the power of that person. It is a power comes to the person who have this type of mental strength to accept it, whatever comes. And I'm something within, I'm happy with it. It should not be minus God. You cannot do it minus God. Minus God is inside is vacant, outside is vacant. That's a beggar's life. That's a homeless life. There is a difference between homeless life, beggar's life, and a monk's life. Monk enjoys freedom, not slave of anything. Whatever condition I am, internally I am peaceful, joyful. Good comes good, bad comes. I don't care. I don't care. To say I don't care, You become great, you become big, not depending on anyone's mercy, compassion, holiness. I, who am exhausting my prarabdha, how it is going on? This present life, after realizing God, the holy man is feeling, I am living in the world only to exhaust my prarabdha. You know, prarabdha, three types of karma is there. We are born because of our past desire, but we have one unfinished karma in my stock. So many desires are in my mind, no? Everyone now at this point, we have so many desires. I want this, this will be good, I want that. So many desires. They are in the heart, in the mind. That's the old stock. That's called sanchita, sanchai, sanchita karma. Now, I am doing this. It's called the kriyaman. I am doing. Now, I want to read this book. That's why I come here. I put the light. I send the mantra. I'm studying it. You are sitting here to listen to this. It is your desire. So this is, you are doing the present karma. And sanchita kriyaman, what I am doing now. And prarabdha. Prarabdha means after you realize God, what will happen? The momentum will continue. Suppose a young man realizes God at the age of, say, 30, and his lifespan is 70. What will he do? 30 to 70, 40 years. He will live in the body, no? But he will live, he will not accumulate any karma. He will not add any karma, no attachment. Just rolling down the life till it drops. It is like given that is car is broke the axle and the car was in the speed. The axle, the wheel comes out of the axle and it runs. You see, the wheel is running in the road. Who is propelling? Who is pushing? No one, accepting the impact of the speed in which it was moving. So our karma, which was making me move in this life, that will continue till I die. That's called prarabdha karma, which has been started with. The karma has been started with, but not has ended yet. You take a bullet and trigger towards that corner. The bullet has a trajectory. And suddenly you see, oh, it is going to hit someone. But you have nothing you can do. Its trajectory already fixed. Its momentum is given. The bullet is moving, moving, moving. You gave it at the beginning, starting point. You gave the impetus. But when it is in the middle, it is moving because of the past momentum, the push you have given. This life is going on, but the momentum of my desire, how I wanted to be born in this life. I forgot that. Now all these things are coming in the trajectory. So if one realizes God, what will happen? The body will continue the same way, but mentally you will be free. And our body is also suffering, we are also suffering because we are disconnected with God. So he says, the only prarabdha karma. I am exhausting my karma. We are out, we are with satisfaction. That's why I am exhausting my prarabdha. I wear a cloth or something with satisfaction, whatever I get. Be it a silk, someone gives a silken cloth to a holy man. He uses the silken cloth. Ramakrishna. Somebody brings something good. He said, salt, costly wrapper. He enjoyed it, wah, wah, wah. But sometimes he wears. And sometimes he said, I wear a silken dress. I sometimes wear a skin dress, torn cloth, or a bark. So, if the kindness of other makes it available, I may lie on a soft bed on the top floor of a house, or otherwise I may sleep in any place like an ass heap, in a stones, leaves, grass, or bare ground. So I can live anywhere, any condition. Whatever, if someone offers me a good uh, pillow, good bed, good sofa, I enjoy that. When it is not, nothing is there. A stone, it's rocky surface. Okay, I sleep there. And ash heap, even there is dirty area, some ashes, that something has been burned, some ashes. I lie down there, I don't care about anything. Therefore, O great ones, sometimes I may move about accompanied by chariots, elephants, and horses. It's like Swami Vivekananda. Sometimes he's going, thousands of people are flocking around him, giving great honor, clapping, and sometimes he's in the street of the India, moving around alone, uh, thinking of the suffering of people. So sometimes well dressed in silk, well decorated with garlands and others. Sometimes I may be going about naked, like a ghost, because that's why they're called avadut. He cannot determine that his behavior should be like that. He will be only living in this house, or he will be going into the with a mark in the forehead, or he'll have to do the chanting mantra, etc. Those are done. Those habits have made them purified and clean them, and they have the experience that God is the reality, and they have realized the truth. So after realizing truth, they live in the world unaffected by anything. Any condition comes, they take as either two ways. It will pass, or it has come by God's will. So let me have it. So they become totally surrendered. I never praise or criticize people who vary so widely in their nature, which who vary so widely in their nature. In this world, there is good and bad. But Robert says, I don't criticize anyone. I never praise, neither criticize. It is all God's play going on. The Avadhut looks in the world like that. It's a play of the God, Lord going on. But here in the world, there are good people, bad people. So normally we do analyze and criticize. But Avadhut does not do. Neither he praises anybody, neither he blames anybody. Irrespective of their nature, I only pray that they may all gain devotion to God and knowledge of their unity with Him. So I only pray, let everyone in the world be happy. Let everyone be peaceful. Let everyone be joyful. I am no enemy. I am nobody to decry. I am nobody to praise because it is all Lord's play going on. So I only offer my goodwill and prayer for their benefit. 43. Diversity of perception should be dissolved in the mental mode that grasps it. So, diversity of thoughts, it comes in the where? In your mind. All the diverse thoughts, good, bad, judgment of what is right, wrong, all everything. It is happening only, it is in the mind only. Those modes may be dissolved into mind. So all the ripples of the thoughts are happening in the mind. Okay, you go thought jumping in the lake of the mind, you go down. You have to dissolve them to the mind. Let the thought comes from mind. Whatever thought we are thinking is coming from the mind. So what to do? Spiritual practice? Thoughts to be resolved in the mind. And mind should be resolved, which causes the distortion and perceptions to the modes. The mind should now be dissolved in its cause. Mind is coming up sattva or buddhi. Mind is an expression of intelligence. That's why we say five sheets of Vedantic understanding of the five sheets. It is covered by five layers, five covers. One is the physical body. Inside is the pranic body, energy body. Inside is the mind. Inside is the intellect. Inside is the ego. Inside is the cosmic consciousness, the light inside, eternal. So our thoughts are on the surface, thoughts to be resolved into the mind. Mind comes out of intelligence, and intelligence goes back to the consciousness. So he says, as avadhut, what I do, I try to work on that. How the mind ripples are coming, I try to resolve them into the mind. And mind, I try to resolve in buddhi. Buddhi, I resolve into the ego. And ego, I resolve into the consciousness. So that is the way I try to withdraw myself from the world and get absorbed in the inner world. So the mind should be dissolved in its cause, the sattva aspect, that is the and that is to be dissolved in Mahat Tattva, inchoate, all-inclusive self-awareness. The Mahat Tattva should be dissolved in Maya, that's ignorance, the power of the Lord. The truth-seeking sage should dissolve Maya in the universal self, the Supreme Being. Then without any desire or expression of will, he should retreat into the Atman, which is pure consciousness. So, without any desire or expansion of will, one should retreat into the Atman. So, no more desire, because you are withdrawing the mind into inner and inner and inner and inner, and you have reached the fountain of all joy, which is called God in your heart. So, reaching there, you need not have to do anything, you do not have to think anything, because you have done the job. So, different form, different from all codes of conduct, recognized in worldly behavior. A secret unknown is this, the way of my life. So this is a different process. I live in the world. How one Brahmagyani lives in the world? He is withdrawing his mind from the external calamities and troubles and turmoils, and then going back into the self, and remaining in the self. He doesn't need anything. Whatever comes in life, accept it. Don't come. He's not bothered because his mind is stored. He's a very highly evolved spiritual personality, avadhut. So different from all codes of conduct. There is no code of conduct for this realized person. That's why Ramakrishna. Ramakrishna is such in ecstatic mood. He does not care what people talk about him, think about him. He goes and sings and dances in the name of God. Sometimes he, like a child of 5 years, will put his cloth naked totally, put in the armpit, and they say, do I look bad? Like a child talks. He has no sense of I. There is no sense of ego. The man, woman, good, bad, they go beyond all this. Ramakrishna's life demonstrates this, what is this condition. He demonstrates so many, but we can learn this avadhut's condition also, looking at him. Different from all codes of conduct recognized in worldly behavior. So in the worldly behavior, there is some codes of conduct. in the society you live, but they don't follow the codes of conduct. A secret unknown is this the way of my life. So, what is the secret? My life is the secret. I have communicated this to you only because you are a wholeheartedly devoted to the Lord. So he says, you have asked me this question, so I have related to you how a knower of truth, how a avadhut lives in the world. I live in this world, remaining in the world, enjoying the world, but not being involved into anything. Then Narada Rishi said, having thus heard the dharma of the Paramahamsa from this sage Dattatreya, Prahlada offered him worship with a joyful heart and took his leave and went home. So this is the story given in the beautiful story of the Bhagavat, how to live in the life, ideal condition of life. Here is the end of this chapter 13. Now, today I am starting 7th book, chapter 14, verse number 1. Now, you are talking about too high an ideal. He'll be unconcerned about food. He'll be unconcerned about anyone praising him or blaming him, whether he gets a good home or don't home. How we people will do? We are ordinary householders. So what is our way? What should be our duty then? How shall we live in the world? Again, that is the point of discussion. Ideal of a householder. And so long we are in the world, what we the people, ordinary people, who have not accomplished such spiritual level of upliftment, what shall we do? So Yudhishthira then asked, O divine sage Narada, how can a person like me, I am a householder, I live in the world, I have my wife, I have my family, I have to earn money, I have to run my duties. How shall I live in the world? Engrossed as I am with the affairs of the household life. We are talking of a avadhut. He has no duty. He does not care for anything. He is to himself. Okay, that's okay. But what about us? I cannot do like that. So, attain to this. Can I attain also? Being in the life and doing something. What can you give me the tricks? How I can be in the world, attain the state of that avadhut, the holy man, and live in the world undaunted, move around, not affected by anything of the world. Can I do that? There's that question. Narada then, the sage Narada, said, this is a householder should perform all the duties pertaining to his state as an offering to Vasudeva and attend on spiritually illumined personages. So, very simple. Sadhu Sangha and doing your duties. Sadhu Sangha, Ramakrishna said, Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Shastre Koi. Sadhu Sangha, holy association. In those who are in the worldly life, due to duties, all duties to be performed perfectly. Whatever you are a mother, you have to perform mother's duty as best as you can. You are a father, do your duty as best as you can. But detach. That is the only point we're lacking. I'm my responsibility. No, you are responsible for nothing. You have to do whatever you can do and hands off. You have no control over anything. So householder person living in the world, this advice is given by Narada Rishi, that householder should perform all his duties pertaining to his state as an offering to Vasudeva, Bhagavan, offering to God, Lord, Krishna, God, Lord, whatever you like, no? Whatever you do the work. And it is I have done to please. You're taking care of your child. You're taking care of your son, daughter. You do your duty and offer it to God. Finish. What will happen? It is my duty I have done. So it is said, an attained spiritually illumined person is attained to. Why? After we this philosophy of surrender and this philosophy of offering everything to God, we forget. Therefore, we go to holy people who have practiced in their life and who are much advanced than me. They can inspire, they can guide us. That's why Ramakrishna said, holy company, holy company, holy company. After attending to his duties in this world, he should spend the rest of his time in the company of men who have attained peace, who have attained peace and engaged themselves in hearing the excellences of divine incarnation with full faith in the teachings. So very good responsibility has been given. What you do, that you will do your duties, whatever is necessary, and rest of the time have some satsanga, holy company. You go spend and rest of his time in the company of men. Now the question, where shall I get a company? Now you can get good company. You need not have to go. Modern technology has helped us in modern days. You just go on your computer or your phone and get some YouTube and listen to some holy company. They are talking about how to live the life, how to spend the day, how we can surrender. So many beautiful talks, lectures, bhajan, singing, and everything is there. Associate, connect with that. Then your duty is done, and then immediately go to Sat. Satsanga means association of the Sat. Sat means what is eternal. Who is eternal in the world of changes? Everything changes. What is the eternal here? God is the only eternal reality. Only eternal reality is God. So you associate with the holy association, eternal truth. Oh, man. Yes, sir. So after attending to his duties in this world, he should spend the rest of his time in the company of men. That's why you who wants really to be spiritually illumined, they will have to practice this. As much as my duty is done, hands off. Then you go for satsanga. Satsanga means just repeat the mantra, feel the presence of God. Guru has given mantra. Engage either in that. You cannot do that. Listen to holy talks, holy response of the beautiful uplifting music, chants, prayers, satsanga. How associate? Life should have a principle. Do your duties. First point, they are pointing out householder life. We are all householders. We must have to do our duties. You cannot ignore your duties. Whatever is to be done, do that, but don't take the tension. Don't take the anxiety. Do your duty. Give it to God. Offer it to Vasudeva, Bhagavan Narayan, Lord, God, Christ, Buddha, whatever, Allah, whatever you say. Just give it in his hand. And then you be free. You enjoy your freedom. Think of God. How? You can do by your own effort, japa, mantra, etc., meditation. Or if you cannot do that, go to where? Go to
Hollywood Temple.
go to Hollywood Temple. If you can, even if you cannot go, you have your YouTube, as I said, YouTube. You have your so much of online things available. A treasure is available. If he really wants to enjoy the spirituality, he can spend whole day and night on that type of thought. But many people do wrongly giving up their duties. It is not for giving up the duties. First your duties. That and not that duty as duty. It is offering to God. ওই যে ते भुंगते की आत्म जे भुंगते आत्म कारणात अघम. People eat sin when they cook for only for themselves, not for others. In a family, cooking for only means others are there. Well, let them have whatever. I have my own thing. That's finished. That's eating sin, according to Gita. Bhunjati te agham papa je pachanti atma karanat. Those people who are only avoiding any one responsibility, any duty. I am done my food. I specially prepare and go away. He is eating the sin. He is sin eating. That's why no. If you have duty, serve everyone. Whatever is duty, do perform and complete that duty. And rest of the time, see, here is the important point. Many people mistake this. They avoid their worldly duties or the duties of the home, duty as a father, duty as a mother, duty as a daughter, duty as a son. They forget their what my duty and exhaust your duty. And then rest of the time, utilize the time, how you connect with God. In varied ways you can do sit and say, I am not the body, not the mind. That's also good. You say, oh Lord, I am trying, I cannot get to you. Please help me. I am your child. Please protect me. Yeah, that's bhakti. Do whatever, but you should be connected with God. And therefore, after that, should perform the duties pertaining to his state and as duty, not near work, but what he said, as an offering to Vasudeva and attain to spiritually illumined personages. That means keep an association of the holy, always. And when you are duty, forget, even you forget God matters little. But you are doing for Him. To perfection should be the point. When you are cooking, your perfection, mind should be in the cooking. Totally, because you will offer to God. It is not that at avadhutet, whether it is half burnt or it is food is there or not there. It's not that. You are giving it to God with all devotion. So you do the best cooking and offer it to Him. So that means do your duty. Rest of the time, connect your mind in with the God. How you can do by your ability, satsanga. He should spend the rest of his time in the company of men. If you can, go to a holy man who is a holy man and who have attained, who are holy men, defining, who have attained peace. Don't go to any person who claims I am a great person. Don't go there unless he is really attained peace. How he is handling his own problem. Doctor, heal thyself. Doctor, give advice to others. No, some people said, okay, oh, doctor, good, but are you cured of your disease? You are trying to cure my disease. Are you cured? So those who have got peace, they have practiced in such a way, they have got peace and engage himself in hearing the excellences and listen to the talks connected with the Leela, Bhagavad Leela. Leela Gunanu Kirtanam. Ramakrishna says in the gospel again and again. Bhagavad Leela Guna, Bhagavad Leela, divine sport, Krishna's play, Krishna Leela, Ramakrishna Leela, Christ Leela, all the plays of his life. Listen to that, devotion will grow, love will grow. So engage yourself or rest of the time. When you are doing, do your work wholeheartedly, and when it is done, get little time, withdraw, connect with God. Just as one abandons all thoughts and objects seen in dream, one should gradually learn to detach oneself from the body, husband, wife, children, etc., all of which are bound to slip away in course of time. See how much we try to hold on to our own people. You will slip away. Someone will die early, or I will die early. Something will happen. What we are holding on, it will slip away. When we die alone. How much you may love your own people, or someone hates you or loves you. But when you make a journey into the spiritual or spirit in the life after death, then this soul will have his own journey. Who are the friend? Who is mom? Who is dad? Who is brother? Who is sister? So that idea is given just as one abundance all thoughts. When? And objects of the thing. In the dream I have seen last night, what happens when you wake up? Do you keep anything with you? It all goes instantly. The dream world goes away instantly. Similarly, one should gradually learn to detach. As dream breaks, instantly you get detached from the dream. Then you see this world. Is it not? Dream world goes and this world appears. Similarly, this is the dream world, all this relationship, everything. Yes, do. But detach. The whole teaching of Bhagavad Gita is detachment. Whole teaching Ramakrishna says Gita, Gita, Gita. 10 times you say, it becomes tagi. Tagi means detach, renounce. And this renunciation, we are forced to have renunciation. We were bound to renounce. We have no control over that when I die. But it is now we practice how to practice that. Though satisfied with what is required for the bare maintenance of physical life, and though endowed with renunciation, a learned householder should make all manly effort externally, like one attached to the world. But outside, you have to show that you mean that this world deal with it with full consciousness, its reality, validity. Internally, you become detached. Externally, behave as if you and really you love them. We love everyone, but our love with detachment makes us powerful. Love with attachment destroys our peace and puts suffering. And one should to the advice and suggestion of parents, sons, brothers, friends, and relatives without any personal attachment for the matters concerned. That means live the life as a normal life, as human people. See, one is spiritual means you will not be hard-hearted. It should not be devotee, should not be, I don't care for my daughter, I detach. No, I am attached externally, but I know it is Lord's children. It is not mine. Internally, detachment. It's a big struggle. That's why it is called monks give up internally and externally. Should be. But householders keep external good, but internally detached. Mind should be made sannyasi. That's why there is a beautiful song in Bengali. Monna rangaye, basan rangaye, ki bhul korile yogi. Oh yogi, what a grand mistake you did. You colored your external cloth, but not coloring your mind with renunciation. So that is the householder's life. Renunciation should be internal. Externally, Ramakrishna. Externally, he is householder. Internally, so much renunciation. Mind totally free from all types of speck of dust there. So this is the ideal condition they are talking about. Hmm? So we'll hear other duties what she speaks about in a householder's responsibility to live in the world. But whatever we say, they boil down to the same point: detachment or the things which are changing in the world, and attachment to God which is not changing. Simple formula. That is the solution of all uh, struggles of spiritual life. Any question?
Lord, isn't duty like the scorching midday sun?
Yeah, that is for advanced soul. Because that duty you are thinking minus God,
Yeah.
it is my duty. But when you think it is God's world,
It's not a duty anymore.
that duty is not so-called duty. So people, when we do that, the story of a Swami who became a Swami, he was caught into the duty of doing the duties for his household, family, mother, parents, or somebody. Yes, that's a duty. But he was thinking that is the duty. But he get to know one day when he read Swami Vivekananda, there is no end of duty, and he renounced. That moment, that's a higher call. From that perspective, this duty is secondary. Okay, so we end here, six. Then we'll meet you again at 6 o'clock in the prayer, and 7:30 is our next class on the Upanishad, Sheta Satara Upanishad. And we are on the last chapter of that book. Om Shanti, 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 Hari Om Tat Sat. Sri Ram Krishna Arpanamastu.
Finish at chapter 14, which verse?
Oh, we ended at 14th chapter, no, seventh book,